Hello, everyone. OpenAI's Whisper is a great software. I would like to use it for dictation and have tried something earlier, but it's not really dictation. I have to record my voice to a file and then use command line to send the file to Whisper. Recently, I run through, over a software called Whisper Writer, and if you look at the video, you will see this is real dictation. Also, it's using something much faster than native uh, Whisper. This is called faster Whisper package, which is here. And there's some timing here. You can see this is really faster. I would like to try it today. Okay, first thing first, let's see what we did earlier. So we have to install Python. I did it with Miniconda, but you don't have to. And have to install PyTorch. Here I used Conda to install PyTorch together with other modules. And then I installed Chocolatey, which is in order to install FFmpeg. And then last step I installed Whisper with pipe with PIP. Then I can use it to transcribe a audio file. For Whisper Writer though, I still have to install Python. This is version 3.11. I don't have to have GPU. In my case, I don't. I just use CPU and just clone the repository, create a virtual Python environment, and install the modules, and then start. So it looks much simpler. So let's start. First thing first, I have already installed Git, but I don't know if I have Python or not. Let me start the command line prompt. Okay, make the font bigger. So do I have Python? It's not found, but it doesn't mean I don't have it. I might have installed through Conda. Yeah, I found it. I have Anaconda installed. So let me close this one and open Anaconda. Okay, you see that this is a virtual environment. That's Anaconda's base virtual environment. We must have Python here, which is version 3.12. And what they require is version 3.11. So because we have Conda, we can install 3.11 fairly easily. But the problem is we need to use VS Code to work on this project. If we can't run Python in a normal command line prompt, how do we work on the terminal? Let's find out. Let me open a new window of VS Code. I think I have cloned the repository before. Let me see. Okay, I have found the repository and opened that folder. Let me make it bigger. Zoom in, Control plus, Control. Great. Okay, big enough. So I have opened the repository. This is the README file we just read from the browser. We can read it here too. You see here the terminal, the default terminal, if you do Python here, it doesn't see Python. If we go to command line prompt, you see it's automatically get to the Anaconda setting. How I did this? This is a VS Code configuration we have to do. First, let's click on control comma, open the settings, and let's search for terminal integration shell args. Okay, and there is a, you can choose different thing here, and there is a edit launch args editing setting.com as JSON file. Uh, so basically, I have add this section there. That we don't have this one before, so we have some settings, but I think we can delete this few lines. So here is the setting for the Linux terminal, basically some shell, and we didn't have terminal configuration for Windows. I add this there. Uh, so the argument is pretty important. Where we get this from? I actually get it from the Anaconda prompt because this one working. So how did it working? So I go to the file location and I open that file property. So that's the quick starts property, and that's the command I used here. So it's a activation batch and the cmd.exe. Basically, I just copied the things here from target here, and then save the setting file. And next time when you start command line, it will automatically start Anaconda base virtual environment. Now we can run Python command here. Okay, now let's do the real thing. Okay, so clone is done. We get to the prompt. We get to the folder already. And our next step is to create a virtual environment. We don't have to do this way because we have Conda. We can use Conda to do this. So the way to use Conda to create a new virtual environment is this command, conda create hyphen n. That's the name of the virtual environment. Here is using venv. Let's try to use something different, venv1. Okay, and what's the Python version you want? Python equal to 3.11. That's what they want. Okay. So after that is done, I don't think we need to source the file because Anaconda will do that automatically. I'm not sure, but let's see. Okay, so it will install all these modules automatically. Okay, go ahead. If we get into the venv1 virtual environment, we will just run this to install the the modules. It was okay. It's done, but I still have to active the virtual environment. The command though is different. Instead of activate, I can do this. Conda activate. Go there. Yeah, I successfully changed the virtual environment. Uh, let's try if I can deactivate conda deactivate. I should get back to base. Yeah, that's right. Okay, let's go back to the v1 virtual environment. Yeah, we're here. So the next step is to install the modules. Okay, finally the installation is done. So I can't wait to try this command. Let's see that. Python run.py. Starting looks good. Starting with the writer. The first time when you use it, it will take very long to install the module, to download the module actually. Oh, I got the setting here. Whisper writer. If I click on setting, that's the picture we looked at earlier. Because I have installed it before, I've done some of the configuration already, tried a little bit. So language, instead of let it automatically detect, I just set it to Chinese. Because the main way I use, the main reason I want to use this is when I dictate, I always say Chinese and English together, mixed. So other uh, software on the market have very difficult to do that. So I want to try Whisper, and should be good, should be much better than that. So I instead of let the software detect, let the Whisper module detect what language I'm saying. I just set it there. Should save some time. Also, this initial prompt, it seems like better if I write something here about my dictation style. Let's see here. I always say something like so try remove it. Uh, means that. Also, the module is you have to choose the better one for your CPU. If you have a stronger CPU, you can choose large. Also need bigger memory. So what I found is small is quite good on my computer here. Anything else? Oh, here recording module. There are four module. For mode, continuous, it will try to do it itself. If I stop talking, it will start transcribing. Uh, so far, I choose to press the toggle. Basically, I have to press this activation key to start dictation, and again press to start and press to stop. When you press to stop, it will start to describe. Other thing I have changed is a noise on completion and the prompt terminal. Yeah, I didn't change anything else there. So no need for me to save because it's the original way. It's the working way. So let me close without saving. And let's try start. Okay, I will press the Control Shift Space. Okay, You see here is start recording. If I press it again, it starts transcribing. And my CPU here now is going really high because it's working hard. Let me leave it here. Okay, and transcribe is done. Nothing happened. I think that's because I did not press my. Let me put this cursor here and click start to recording. I see some Chinese. 今天天气很好啊. And press again to start transcribe. So again, the CPU goes high. It's working. It's transcribing right now. Okay, I hear a beep. Beep usually means that's the noise. It should work. I don't know why. Okay, finally I tried a few times. It started working. I don't know why. Let me show you. So already I have started the software, and I will press the activation key. 我的名字是 Victor Ma. So it will beep, and it's not beeping. 你好，我的名字是 Victor Ma. I speak English too. Oh, you see, it's working. I think it's because I have installed it twice. Maybe these two environment has conflict each other, but no. But you see, it's working pretty well. Okay, the next thing is this is pretty difficult to start to use, right? Uh, you have to start VS Code. You have to activate the virtual environment, and you have to run this command. Pretty hard for normal user. Let's figure out how to make an icon on the screen to start it automatically. So this is the solution. We create a batch file, whatever I call it, put somewhere where you easy to click on. I put it on desktop here, and write the following things. First, if you remember what we did at the beginning, we launched the VS Code, and we automatically been put into this folder. So we need to mimic that. We go to D drive, and then we go to this folder. And the next thing we did is we did conda activate venv1. But you can't do that here because when you run this batch file, you are not in the conda base virtual environment yet. So that command doesn't work. Instead, using this command, and that will make the same effect of conda activate venv1, and you get a venv1 indicator. And then after that, you can run this command, right? You can run this command, and it will start Whisper Writer, and you'll get that window where you need to click start. So like this one. So let's close this. And let's try if this batch command works, batch script works or not. So I put it on desktop here. Okay, so double click, and it start a window here. Okay, and then uh, we see the configuration here. So let's click on start. Okay, let's test and start talking. 可以说中国话。Hey, it's working. Start talking. Good. Okay.